Test, test. All right. Welcome back, beautiful people, to another fantastic day of Let's Playing Dark Souls. Still offline. I'm pretty sure we can't go online. Actually, let's go check. I noticed... So, I'll admit, I don't have the greatest gaming rig right now. Yeah, it looks like we're still down for maintenance. I don't have the greatest gaming rig. It's not terrible or anything, but it's probably not the best suited for streaming or recording. So when I notice that my recording quality is bad, I tend not to overthink it too much. However, I did realize... Actually, let me make sure I'm actually streaming. Otherwise, I won't have a recording to post to YouTube later. Cool. Twitch says I'm live. I'm gonna just trust them on that. Anyway, yeah, noticed that, so I don't have the greatest gaming rig for streaming and recording, so I tend to let things slide. But I realized that it was a bit choppier than it should have been. What are we doing? Where are we going? Let's even think. We need to go to Anne Orlando, so this is the correct way. The image quality wasn't great, and I was like, well, that's strange. I know I'm not streaming at 60 frames per second, so we're not going to get that beautiful, buttery, crisp video quality that Lepsis has, but at the same time, I was like, the video quality should still at least be there. Turns out my bitrate, I was choking it down at 2500, and I guess the recommended bitrate for Twitch is like 6,000? Also, bitrate is more or less dependent on your internet upload speed, not really any kind of specs on your computer, although I'm sure specs factor in some minor way or another. But regardless, I don't have troubles with upload speed, so I cranked up the bitrate. Hopefully this will come through a little better, and we'll get better Dark Souls footage. If not, I don't know. Maybe all you see is a black screen right now. I should probably check that. Oh my goodness, I was going on autopilot. We needed to go to New Londo. What are we doing? We can't even go down there and talk to Quaylana. She's probably not there. Or is she? Maybe we... Yeah, well, we're here. Let's just go talk to Quaylana. I should have warped to the fair maiden or whatever, the white lady. Sounds a little racist when I say it, like the pale woman. I should have warped to her bonfire, would have been better. But we are here, so we shall make do with what we have. And hopefully we won't die on our way down like last time. Oh, can we jump off from here? Surely. Cool. Little spicy way to get on the elevator. Oh, that was a bit more of a drop than I wanted. What? No! What are you doing? So the reason I want to come down here is because we talked to Laurentius, and we tipped him off to the location of Quaylana. And I want to know if maybe Quaylana has some different dialogue, like he actually came down here or something.
Ah, truth be told, the Witch of Izalith, please, do not speak of her.
Oh, she's afraid of the Witch of Izalith.
And sisters, and fled to this land. Now I roam these parts, feigning ablution, and pretending to
ablution? What's ablution? So she's afraid of the Witch of Izalith, and based on her language, it almost seems like she referenced the witch as her mother, and she said she fled her mother and sisters. Well, that was different dialogue.
No love. Well, but do not.
But she didn't reference Laurentius. Whatever. Let's get out of here. Okay, so fine. We should have still just gone to New Londo, but whatever. We'll make it there one day. Who sells the box? Is it the Undead Merchant or is it Andre? And who does boss souls in this game? I can't even remember. Wait, like legitimately, who does boss souls? I always remember Dark Souls 2's boss soulsmith because of that video. I got boss weapons! Well, where are you gonna be? Right down the road! Right down the road? Right down the road! Bye-bye! I'm sorry, I don't remember the title of that movie, so I can't even tell you which parody video it was. But if you look at the popular Dark Souls 2, Happy Souls! Go watch Happy Souls if you've never watched it. It's hilarious. It's probably my favorite Dark Souls 2 parody video. Probably because it's the one that's in the best mood. There's a couple for Dark Souls 1 that are pretty funny, but they're a little almost mean-spirited. Wait, we have to drain the water, don't we? Wait. No, this won't kill us. Hey! I'm walking here! Okay, I think there's a transient curse here? Nope. Here. Like, with the spear. Okay. Assuming we don't make a complete fool of ourselves, and by we, I mean me, we should be able to get away with just using some of these and making our way through this entire dungeon. The transient soul mechanic is actually not even as bad as it seems. The first time you play the game, you're like, oh no, I need transient souls to fight these things. And the transient souls run out, and there's a finite number of them, even though there aren't. And then you get all panicked and you stockpile like 20 of them. And then you micromanage each one, and then the moment you realize that you can kill them with the ghost blade, you're extremely happy because you're like, I have a repeatable way to kill the ghosts. And you use the ghost blade because you're afraid of using your transient curses. Anyway, the fact of the matter is that you don't really need to do any of that. In fact, that was one of the sloppiest times I've ever cleared that room out. You saw we were just fine. We are pretty over-leveled for this section, though. And that has a lot to do with it. And you get... the transient curses last plenty of time. And you get, like, at least 6 of them down here. Really, you only need 2 if you know what you're doing. Of course, the first time you play the game, you're not gonna know. And I guess if you die, you kind of lose whatever transient curse you had. But yeah, we're already up to 4. It's just one of those things, the first time you go through the game, you get really stressed out about. And then, like a lot of things, you realize you didn't need to be stressed out. Kind of like the swamp. Blighttown? What? Oh. Okay, there we go. But yeah, the, like, Blighttown in general. The first time you go down there, you're like, oh no! I'm poisoned! I'm slowly taking damage! I'm going to die! And then you're, like, trying to avoid the poison and rolling from island to island, letting your poison meter decrease so that you can min-max the poison buildup and things like that. And you really don't have to. You go out and buy like 200 moss from the aqueduct lady because you want to be prepped going in. But poison really isn't a big deal. Toxic is another story. Toxic is kind of a big deal. if you get afflicted by it. If you can avoid it, it's not too bad. I don't know why I'm doing this. I think I do this every time I come down here. It's because I feel like there should be something down here, and there just never is. I think the point of this ladder is it's like a kind of shortcut. But I don't remember how it's a shortcut. I don't remember how it functions as a shortcut. Also, it's nice to go down there and clear out all the ghosts. Other than that, there's probably not a good reason to go down there. But yeah, you can find yourself getting overwhelmed by the ghosts down here. It's not terribly uncommon for that to happen. But our armor is so upgraded that we can just be very reckless. Also, the spear? Not a terrible weapon against these guys. I mean, look at that. Look how we're popping 2 of them there. Also, with the ability to get a little bit of range. It's pretty nice. Yeah. You know, I'm not going to say the spear is my favorite weapon. I don't think it's my favorite. But I certainly wouldn't call it weak. I don't know why. It's probably why I haven't used a spear before. There's just something about the fighting style with a spear that I don't like. It's not because it's bad. It just doesn't mesh with me.
Well, this is a surprise. I get few visitors, save for ghosts. You have the Lord Vessel.
We do have the Lord Vessel.
Impressive. I know exactly what your intentions.
He says he knows what our intentions are. We seek the 4 kings. Yeah, that was totally our intention. We knew all about the 4 kings.
To the seals. The 4 kings slumber in the deepest chamber of the ruins. Use this key to break the seals and open the floodgates. Oh, and do not forget, the dark wraiths reside in a dark void called the Abyss. But the Abyss is no place for
Oh crap, do we... Yeah, wait, we have Artorias' ring.
long ago.
The Knight Artorias traveled to the Abyss. If you find him and learn from him, the Abyss may prove surmountable. So he says he knows who we are, and that we're gonna go fight the 4 kings, and that we should open the floodgates, but be careful, because the Dark Wraiths live in the Abyss, even though you don't really encounter any of the Dark Wraiths in the Abyss, you just encounter them in the drowned ruins of New Londo, rather. There's another ghost around here somewhere. What the... So I guess kind of plot-wise, we have this Lord Vessel, and our goal is to fill it with powerful souls. Rude. Whoa! That actually got a little bit scary. Our goal is to fill it with... Oh, we don't have the curse anymore. Do they deal more damage if you're not using a transient curse? Maybe. Come on, use it. Use it. Oh, this is a fine kettle of fish. I feel like they were doing a little bit more damage than they were before. I don't know if that was just me. Okay. Anyway. So we want to fill up the Lord Vessel with powerful souls for reasons. I don't quite remember why. I mean, I know that it lets us go find Gwyn, but I don't remember why filling it with powerful souls lets us find Gwyn. It, like, opens a door, but I don't remember why you need the vessel filled with souls to open that door. Or why the souls open the door is more more of what I mean. Yeah, but see, admittedly, our item find is pretty high, but we just picked up a ton of transit curses there. Green Titanite shard. We do need a divine weapon, or a divine weapon would at least make things a lot easier. And what's the name of that guy up there? We should have talked to him a little bit more. The guy in red. He'll sell you things that break curses. That was a big old pain the first time I got cursed. Trying to find this guy and then shell out, I think it was 5,000 souls? 5,000 souls used to be a lot, okay? Talking to the guy who farmed the Undead Berg for souls because he was apparently either that bored or had that much time. Ah, the days of having time. He says, sitting down to record at least 2 or 3 hours of Dark Souls.
Hello there. The key to the seal is now.
Says the key to the seal is in our hands. New Londo was sacrificed to contain the Dark Wraiths.
The Dark Wraiths are the enemies of man, and any living thing that has a soul. They were never meant to roam again.
What are the Dark Wraiths? Aren't they just humans? I thought they were.
New Londo was sacrificed. Mark, they.
Yeah, so the Dark Wraiths, pretty sure were just humans who... What is this? Sorcery? Resist curse. Sorcery of the red-robed Remedician Ingward. This is... I guess this guy's name is Ingward. Guardian of the Seal in New Londo. Sacrifice humanity to undo a curse. Abhorrent curses eat away at the core of one's very existence, and cleansing oneself of curses is no easy task indeed. It says resist curse, but the description says it sacrifices humanity to undo a curse, which is pretty cool. We don't need it, but it would be pretty neat to be able to just undo a curse at will. Apparently the cost of probably like 1 humanity or something, which is a pretty fair trade. Considering your alternatives if you get cursed. Does the Aqueduct lady sell the anti-curse tablet? Wait, I think the first time I got cursed I cured it from the Aqueduct lady. I think Ingrid just does it cheaper. Or some such. I love though that this city was sealed, flooded and sealed, to contain a great evil. Some undead who claims to be the chosen one walks in. He's like, "Oh, here, take the key. Yeah, just open those floodgates. I don't know, there's some bane of humanity in there. I wouldn't worry about it too much. It'll probably be fine." Assuming, of course, we can find the... Oh, here we go. I was gonna say, we need to find the actual lever. Yeah, get dunked, blue wyverns. And with that, we can now go into Lower New Londo. I don't remember there being anything fancy down here, but I'm going to swap our Transient Curse onto the hotkey, because I think there are a couple ghosts near the end of this journey. Also, our Estes is pretty sad looking. So we're gonna need to clear out this area and then probably go back and fill up on Estes. We never fought Pinwheel, so we can't overkindle the bonfire. I don't know. I feel like I've never been great at fighting the Four Kings, so thus my desire to kindle the bonfire beyond 10, which is shameless, I know, but yet here we are. I think my problem with fighting the Four Kings is I never know a really good strategy to actually dispatch them. Or rather, no, dispatch is the wrong word. To do honest combat with them. My strategy has always just been murder them as quickly as possible before multiples of them show up. And due to the fact that you can actually deal more damage to them than they have health, so pseudo due to the, I'll call it a glitch, but it's not, it's more like a weird bug. I wouldn't really consider it a glitch, but you can attack the Four Kings' bodies as they disappear. This is one of the weirdest enemies in the game, and there's only like 2 or 3 of them, and they don't respawn. Anyway. But yeah, so due to this pseudo bug that you can attack the Four Kings' bodies as they despawn to get extra damage in, you can... It's sort of like the Hydra with the heads. You can kill the Four Kings before ever encountering the 4th one because of the overflow damage. He's moving backwards. He's shoving us into a room. And sadly, that's kind of just my Four King strategy. It's not... It's somewhat ignoble. It's just... murder them quickly, and oh, by the way, only fight... Oh. Only fight 3 of them instead of 4. Which isn't really a practical... It's not practical advice. It's like somebody asking how they kill something. Oh, you just murder it. Yes, but how? You end its life. Alright, I'm done talking to you. Anyway, we do get the very large ember or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. It's the ember that lets you get plus 15 weapons. But since we've been using the raw spear, it doesn't really matter. I'm kind of tempted to take another regular spear and pump it up to regular plus 15, and then comparing the stats to the raw spear. I will say one thing, though. Upgrading to the raw spear was much easier and quicker. So from an accessibility standpoint, you know, we wouldn't have been able to get our plus 15 weapon. Here we go, yeah. Wouldn't have been able to get our plus 15 weapon until we did that. But then again, the raw spear effectively is a plus 10 weapon. It's fairly indisputable, or not fairly, it's indisputable. Doing the base unenchanted weapon style gives you the best scaling, of course. So players going for a specific stat build anchored on dex or strength almost always just want to not enchant the weapon. You have to be pretty creative if you want to make proper use of the weapon types and not find yourself in the situation where a plus 15 just wouldn't be better, hands down. I was in the middle of doing a chaos weapon. I think raw is a pretty weird weapon type to effectively use. I think the only way you can justify it is if you're doing what we're doing now, or if you... The alternative would be to spend your points on int or faith. So effectively you're just... Well, no, because even if you do int or faith, you would want a holy weapon or a sorcery weapon. So no, I think where we have our stat points now is the only justifiable time to use a raw weapon. Literally, it is only acceptable if you don't put any points into int, faith, dex, or strength. Because otherwise the scaling on the alternate weapon types are always going to be better. Like, if you have int, you just enchant it with sorcery by talking to Vinheim, or whatever his name is. Faith, you upgrade it into a holy weapon through Andre. There's our extra 6 cracked red eye orbs. And then, obviously, if you're doing strength or dex, you just use the requisite strength or dex scaling weapon. Ooh, the Dark Hand! Ah, with the Dark Hand. I think this is just a shield. But it's great if you want to cosplay as a Death Knight. That's not what they're called. Dark Knight, Dark Wraith. The Dark Hand. It's only 0.5 pounds. With a durability of 999. Kind of crappy reduction. 80% on physical, but really good magic, fire, and lightning, I feel like. Let's compare it to other shields. It was 80% across the board. Yeah, look, nothing even comes close to 80. Well, some of these, like that's got, the Caduceus? Is that what that is? No, the Gargoyle shield has 75, but only 40 in magic. The Crest shield has 80 in magic. Tower shield is 90 in fire, but 50 in lightning. Yeah. Well, but then there's Havel's Great Shield, but his practically doesn't count. It requires 50 strength and weighs 26 pounds. But yeah, I feel like... So the Dark Wraith, the Dark Hand, is an acceptable shield for all damage types. It's a little rough with physical at the 80, but it's pretty neat. Wait, what is that other symbol? It says Ox effect? What's this? Ox effect. Determines strength of bleeding, poison effects, and divine occult effects? Well, we know what bleeding and poison is, but what the heck is divine and occult? This has 130 occult. And deals 200 physical? What kind of shield has 200 physical? No shield. No shield even comes close to 200 physical. What the heck? Okay, but anyway. Weapon type, fists. The Dark Wraiths, incited by Koth, use the power of the Dark Soul to absorb humanity, an art shared by this weapon, which also acts as a special shield. The Ancients, particularly, could sap the humanity of even a replete saint in the blink of an eye. So you can parry with it, and yeah, there's the shield. But what if we put it in the other hand, can we fight with it? Yeah. Oh. Go in with the lifesteal. You know, I think Lepsis asked this the other day, or we were talking about it. About if you wanted to be left-handed, don't you just put a weapon in your left hand? No! Because your attack button is automatically guard. So yeah, I guess you're stuck being left-handed. You could do a heavy attack with the left hand. Interesting. Well, I really don't want to be a Dark Wraith, so we're not going to mess with that. But, cool stuff. There's nothing here. Huh. Yeah, I love how Koth is like, I am the Primordial Serpent. I guess, I don't know, maybe it was a bad idea to tell humanity to go grab those souls. But whatever, the Dark Wraiths are merely a byproduct of advancement. Wanna join my covenant? Yes? I did say we were gonna join Koth's covenant this game, so I guess we'll do that. We could also just stick it to Koth and join Nito's covenant. I don't think I've ever done his. It's probably because by the time you find Nito's covenant, it's just like so late in the game. Ooh, oh, angry! Yeah, the Dark Wraiths can pull one over on you for sure. Okay. I think there's some ghosts in here. So we're gonna do this. Oh, and a Dark Wraith. Man, he's going in with the combo. Ah, no. Oh no. What? Did he lose sight of us? He was like, hey, where'd he go? Oh, well. Happy trails, friends. Friend. Stop being an abomination. I need you to not be here right now. I'm gonna kill this thing before the Dark Wraith comes up. This thing is also a little reminiscent of Phalanx from Demon's Souls. That Dark Wraith is long gone. I have no clue where he went. Again, though, I really thought there were ghosts here. I must be wrong. Maybe it's somewhere else. What are you? Just some Dark Wraith in the corner. He just kicked us in the face. He's like, what are you doing? Cut that out. Yeah, the Dark Wraith is just in a corner. I think this takes us to the Four Kings. Yeah, okay. Oh. Oh. Wait. We actually don't want to be here. Surprise! Okay. We have a fair number of souls, and it's been quite a while since we've leveled up. I guess endurance is kind of as good as we're going to get when it comes to increasing our damage, since more stamina means more swings. How are you doing, Crestfallen?
You ring the second bell?
Yeah, we rang the second bell.
Incredible, I must say. But now we have a new problem. It's noisy. This is
Oh. He's upset that Frampt is over there. So, now we can do the Four Kings run for realsies now. But we need to make sure we have the... Oh, we're gonna have to give up. We're gonna have to give up Havel's Ring in order to equip the Covenant of Artorias, which makes us super slow, which means we have to get rid of this armor, which means we're gonna have to do a hamburger run. We have a nice growth on our chest there. And this is not exactly the optimal way to approach the Four Kings. I think... Can't we summon Beatrice to help us fight the Kings? I think. If we were human. Which we're not. Yeah, I know there's a better way. I think maybe coming from the bonfire near the Valley of the Drakes might be an option. Possibly we could have even gone through the Valley of Drakes and taken the bridge and entered New Londo through the floodgates. I mean, you were going to enter through the floodgates either way, but there's like 3 different ways to get to where we're going. And for some reason I chose this way, which might be one of the longest. Oh, I thought there was an elevator. Here's the elevator. Oh, we missed an item. Humanity. Oh, the humanity. We're gonna give all the Dark Wraiths the slip. Especially since before dropping down into the Abyss, you have plenty of time to prep, use items, that kind of stuff. I guess I take it back. That wasn't the longest route here. Oh! There is a ghost here. There's 2 ghosts here. Just gonna leave the Dark Wraith alone. Alright, well, we could be cool and jump off the top. But we're gonna jump off here instead. Because I always do this wrong. The Abyss! Kind of feel like we're gonna get murdered. Oh no, it's scary. Ah! Well, we're off to a great start. Hey, put us down. Thank you. Okay. That purple blade, I don't think it ever disappeared. Oh no, there's already a second one. Okay, well, this is not going to go any kind of good way. But we're gonna do our best. So does the extra king ever join in? I always assumed that this fight would be really hard if there were two of them at the same time. But he's just kind of floating around back there. Oh, I think there's a third one. Oh gosh, there is. Okay, well, we got one down. Yeah, normally I've got a plus 15 weapon, and the kings drop really quickly. Oh gosh. Alright, let's fight 3 kings at once, why don't we? Hey, I want a piece of you. It seems like if you engage one of them, they kind of respect it, and they back off a little bit. So, oh, but then he does that. I was gonna say, I think we'll be okay if we hug one of them and forcibly engage it. I just have to be way less sloppy. Ooh, he's coming in. Oh no. Oh no! I guess I was wrong. Okay. I think this might be one of the first times I'm actually going to fight the 4 kings in a manner in which I would consider, like, legitimate. Since, again, all other times I fought them, I just out-damaged them very quickly. Even the first time I played the game, the 4 kings were the last of the second stage bosses, this second part of the journey, post Smaug and Ornstein bosses that I fought. And because it was the first time I'd play the game, I'd spend a ton of time wandering around and over-leveling, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're gonna learn how to fight the 4 kings, quote-unquote, legitimately. What did we learn? We learned hugging them to an extent works. Perhaps it's not best entirely relied upon, because eventually they kind of circled in spite of the fact that we were engaging one of them, they all started attacking. Oh no. We never pulled the lever. Well, we're gonna just, bide our time. Oh. We gotta remember to send this elevator back up. Wait, what am I doing? We are the incognito. When the four kings spin around, we need to get away from them. Oh, we knock it off. When they spin, we need to get away from them. Their purple blade beam seems to follow you forever. I'm doing this to get away from the ghosts. Sounds like something a crazy person would say. Alright, let's give this a second try. Come on, just gently. There we go. Too many times I've jumped off and then hit one of those ridges. I am interested in getting our souls back, simply because of all the liquid humanity we had. Okay. Purple blade? Yeah. This is gonna be a pain because it's gonna come back at us. Okay. In spite of the fact they wield a very large sword, it doesn't seem to do that much damage. Oh, the second one spawned right in front of us. Oh man, took a bunch of damage there too. I think it's because we got hit by the blade. I think if you get hit by the handle, you take less damage. No good. Now this again. I think we're gonna just take it like that. Simply to get rid of it. Oh, what was that? The other one must have done something. He's doing the spins, so we need to get away. The other one pushed us into him. Let's go fight the other one. Will they respect that, or... Oh, gosh. So many of them. What if we try to run away? I feel like I'm not even very good at fighting one. We're not winning this one, so we're gonna jet out. I hate to say this, I'm gonna go fight Pinwheel and get the Rite of Kindling and kindle the Fireling fire. Because I think we're very mal built to fight the Four Kings. The Four Kings reward a DPS race. And our build is the opposite of a DPS race. We are heavy armor all the way. And because we have to sacrifice half of the thing that we effectively invested in, because we have to sacrifice half of our armor. Oh wait, why did I come here? Oh, I came here to enchant a holy weapon. But yeah, because we have to give up half, essentially like half of the stats that we've invested in, aka our Giant's armor, we're just at a severe disadvantage. Oh, he wants the large ember. Yeah, there you go. Okay, what weapon do we want to be a holy weapon? It has to be something we upgrade just with Titanite. We could upgrade the server. That's kind of neat. Ricard's rapier. But we should make sure that whatever we equip, we can actually equip. We have the stats for it. 24. Yeah, let's figure out what we want on this menu. I usually just do a Morning Star since bludgeoning tends to do fairly decent against the skeletons. We could do the Greatsword. Required parameters are too high though. Can we two-hand it? Nope, can't even two-hand it. What the Flamberge? It doesn't seem like a particularly useful sword. Does it do anything fancy? It's kind of a weird swing. What's the point of this thing? Kind of just seems like a sword. It's a great sword. This great sword with an undulating blade is the choice weapon of the slithering serpent men of Sen's fortress. This weapon is designed to flay the skin and causes heavy bleeding. I see. So bleeding, probably not terribly useful against skeletons. Go with the scythe. Probably two-hand this. Yeah, we determined that this is just a halberd, but I don't like how you stagger like that. You see that? Halberd with large blade, scythe adjusted for battle. Designed especially for slicing, however, one false swing leaves one wide open. It does indeed. Can you do the butcher knife? No. We can make our hand axe holy. That'd be kind of funny. I hate this thing though. What a holy estoc. Huh. Kind of fancy, isn't it? It's got a weird kick. That's the kick. Jump backwards. Oh, and you would hack. How evasive. What happens if you two-hand it? Okay. So it's more like a stabbing weapon. You also still do the backstep on the kick. Yeah, sure, we'll craft the holy estoc. Alright. Titanite shard, and we're broke. Or rather, we are out of shards. So we're gonna need, what, like 5 more? You're killing me, Andre. Oh no. We needed 7 more. Andre, just give us the shards, man. Okay. And let's modify into not a raw estoc, but a divine estoc. And I believe it's green shards to do divine. Oh, we only have the one. Jeez. Who sells green shards? We could just do this with the estoc. only at +1. Kind of stinks. We could also go down into the swamp and farm green shards. Does anyone sell green shards? Magic phone. Tell me the secrets. How do you get green shards? Oh gosh. Oh, we can buy them from the Crestfallen Merchant for 5,000 souls apiece. Oh, and the giant blacksmith in Orlando sells them for slightly less. Or we could farm the leeches. 5,000 souls apiece. We don't got that kind of money. Not even with these souls do we have that kind of money. Alright, well, we're hoofing it with just the +1. And we'll be able to wear our full armor, so I think we're going to be fine. We really need that box. I love how we're gonna go fight some skeletons, so we naturally use a sword, which is traditionally in fantasy games bad against skeletons. I guess we can test it out here. It's not great. It's very not great, but at least it'll kill them. The stab is kind of nice, but it's very slow and very, I want to say, stamina inefficient. We can go grab those binoculars that we missed. I actually kind of don't like the fact that it's a stab, even on the regular attack. I want to slash. How do you do the... Let's try the backstep thing. Oh, it's really hard to do it. How much damage does it do? Oh! It actually does the same amount as the sword. Or rather, as the regular swing. I bet Ricardo's rapier is the same kind of... Yeah, thrusting sword. S-Stock. The largest of the thrusting swords, can pierce an armored knight in one thrust. The blade is also sharp, allowing slicing as well. You say that, but we don't ever slice with it. Does it have good physical piercing? I don't actually see like a piercing stat. I don't know. All I know is we gotta make sure not to fall off this cliff. Let's go kill a necromancer. I love how I spent the time to get the holy weapon, and what do? We just race to the necromancer anyway. Tell you what. No, we'll keep the holy weapon. I was like, we could theoretically just use the spear and then swap over to the S-Stock for the final hit. Would that be better? Let's test it out. 86. It's a lot better damage. I guess the Necromancer is dead, so we actually don't need to use the Holy Weapon. If we run into trouble and we need to kill them... Oh my goodness. How many times am I going to forget to pull the lever? If we need to kill them, we'll swap over to the S-Stock. Otherwise, we'll just stick with the spear. The spear. And since we're quite... Or rather, we're not even close to the 50% mark, the extra weight doesn't hurt us. At all. There's the Pyromancer, or the Necromancer. So we could do 1, 2, swap to the S-Stock, 3. Or, if we want to big brain this, if we want to be real manly here, we could... I like this better, hold on. Get that in that hand. And... Yes! Yeah, whoop. No. There we go. We're ready to go. Yeah, man. How do we do this? Oh, interesting. The S-Stock... What is that? I think that's a parry. The S-Stock doesn't defend when you have it in the other hand, in the offhand. You attack with it. You don't... It's not like the spear where you block with it. I love this. This is great. 1, 2, 3... Or no, that was just 2. 1, 2, 3. So we do 3 with one-handing the spear, and then 1 with the S-Stock. This may be the first time I've ever dual-wielded for any kind of non-meme reason. Of course, we're just going to immediately kill the Necromancer, and now we can just use the spear exclusively. Do you mind? Wait a minute. Did that one come back? Killed the Necromancer, so they shouldn't be able to. We just kicked the skeleton. Hey! Oh! That's fine. Her armor's pretty thick. A lucerne? What is that, a halberd? Yeah. Halberd with a large, hard, beak-like protrusion inflicts thrust damage. Instead of thrusting like a spear, the wielder of the lucerne aims to club the head with its hard beak. I see. So unlike the other halberds, which have regular damage and thrust damage, the lucerne only has thrust. If we had the evil eye ring, we probably wouldn't even need Estus. That poor gaping dragon is waiting in the sewers, lonely. It's like, why won't anyone pay attention to me? Oh, there's an item. Just another scimitar. Not worth. Oh, we're gonna have to deal with Patches and his shenanigans. This is not a good time for anybody. Except Patches. Oh, why did they die? Well, sort of die. 1, 2... Okay, only 2? I thought we had 3. Oh no, it's... Well, that one needs 3. I don't know. I don't know these secrets. 1, 2, 3... S-stock. Oh, it's 4 if we one-hand it. Yeah, I know this is what you came here for. Just to hear Chezni count. Hey, Patches. Can we attack him from here? I thought there was an invisible wall or something around here. Maybe I'm thinking of a lever you pull. Rude. Come on. Fine. We'll bring the fight to them. Goodbye forever, skeleton. Where did that necromancer go? Gotta be careful, or otherwise we'll fall through the floor. Okay, if we do it 4 times with the spear, it's too much. Hey! That's more like it. I'm really not sure where that necromancer ran off to. Did he go down here? Here's a button. What did that do? Yeah, this is the falling down part, and I always do it wrong. There are other ways to get down, so I'm gonna investigate them first. Oh, finally, a crystal lizard. Yeah, I wanted to test this out to see if the spear was really good at killing them. Turns out it is. Don't give up, skeleton! I feel like maybe we should have taken the other drop. Another route is we could roll down here. Just have to make sure to do it right. You know, not like that. You can make that roll, I know it. We might have needed to take off the top part of the armor, though. That might have been my error. It's a little amusing they let you backstab skeletons. Do they have perception? Or perception localized to their front, I should say. I suppose they do. Their eyes glow. Not that I particularly enjoy coming through here and killing all these bone creatures, but I have the suspicion that they will cause us trouble if we don't eliminate them. Okay, let's try this again. Let's not do that. I know you can do this. Pretty sure it's just a roll. Yeah. Wait a minute. This didn't actually get us. Wait, did it? Did it get us somewhere? And hold up. Why did those skeletons die? We never killed the Necromancer. Did the Necromancer just disappear? Oh, would you look at that? Patches. How nice a guy, you know? Do we have to let him kill us here? Are you a cleric or something? He's so paranoid of clerics. No, we're not a cleric. He says we've come for the trinkets. It's a treacherous step or place, watch your step. It's, I think if your faith is high enough, he calls you a cleric and I want to say attacks you. I'm not 100% sure about that, but the last time I played the game, I was a faith build, and I'm pretty sure he's hostile to you, because he really doesn't trust clerics, for whatever reason. Look at that. What'd you do that for? Patches. I didn't know if we'd need to run out further, so I was gonna swap to a lighter gear so we could run faster. Patches. No, no trouble at all. I love how we killed Solaire, a priest, 2 priests, and his band of people, but we're gonna spare Patches for some weird reason. He says we're good, because we're fellow outcasts. It's fine, Patches, I just want you to pull the lever again. Will he not do it? Oh. Well, that's convenient. Guess we'll just take a quick rest here. Wonder if Patches will be gone. Patches, I need you to move so we can pull the lever. Can you just move? There we go. I wonder if he'll do it again. He won't, right? I guess you can never really tell. Let's test it out. No, looks safe. I can't believe we're considering this. In the real world, there was no way I would ever do that with Patches standing there. So, yeah, I was gonna say, I think these ones should come back, since there's a Necromancer around here somewhere controlling them. It's interesting. The message there was offline, since we aren't connected online. Alright, roly-poly. Can you backstab with your offhand? Something tells me no. Oh, big boy. Big boy. These ones don't come back, right? Oh gosh, they do. Oh wait, no they don't. Okay. Phew. The Dark Moon Seance Ring. What's a Dark Moon Ring doing all the way down here? Shouldn't it be in Anor Londo? The ring is granted to adherents of Gwyndolin, Dark Moon deity and lastborn of Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight. Grants additional magic attunement slots. The Dark Sun Gwyndolin is the only remaining deity in Anor Londo. His followers are few, but their tasks are of vital importance. Now, what the heck's it doing down here? Perhaps this is where the... No, that wouldn't make sense. I was gonna say maybe this is where the Dark Moon Priestess actually died, since she is undead after all. But it wouldn't make sense for her to be associated with the Dark Moon Seance Ring before having died, since she didn't join the Dark Moon cult until she had died. Right in the Achilles. Wait, what's the point of being up here? Other than to get shot. Weapon at risk. That's annoying. Guess it's the Demon Spear for now. Hey. Oh, that's a lot of skeletons. Alright, those skeletons aren't actually dead, but we're gonna take that as a chance to run past them. Potentially look for that second and third Necromancer. There's a skeleton in that, what is it called? Sepulcher? This is such a great reveal. You can see the Titanite Demon glinting off the shadows in the distance. I don't mind fighting this one as much as the one in Anor Londo, probably because the hallway gives you at least a little room to move around, as opposed to fighting in that obnoxious, pew-filled chapel. Gotta remember the hitbox on that jump attack persists even after he's landed. So we either need to roll behind him or to the side. Got the flinch. No, that was no good. Oh no, he rolled right into it. Some Demon Titanite for our trouble. Wait, we should read the description on Demon Titanite. Actually, let's read the Titanite descriptions we have in general. Titanite shards for weapon reinforcement. Titanite shards are fragments of legendary slabs. Titanite is etched into weapons to reinforce. With the discovery of chunks in Lordran, the race to locate the legendary slabs has begun. But could they be mere myth? Legendary slabs are the heirlooms of a nameless blacksmith deity who forged the weapons of other gods. Weapons forged with this slab become rare, legendary weapons. And that's, of course, the slab. And our blue Titanite. With the discovery of chunks in Lordran, the race to locate the legendary slabs has begun. Oh, it's just the same. Although the twinkling Titanite is different. After this Titanite was peeled from its slab, it is said that it received a special power, but its specific nature is not clear. Demon Titanite, special Titanite stolen from a faceless stone beast known as a Titanite Demon. When the nameless blacksmith deity passed from several slabs, great beasts arose. The power of Titanite remains within them, and they still roam Lordran today. Interesting. I didn't realize that the Titanite demons came from the slabs. I thought it was the other way around, that the Titanite demons were hunted for the slabs. Dragon scale for reinforcing dragon weapons. Peeled from an ancient dragon, a dragon is inseparable from its scales, and the transcendent apostles who seek the perpetuity of ancient dragons have crossed the very end of the earth to seek this invaluable treasure. Yeah, interesting. So the Titanite demons rose up out of the slabs. And I didn't realize that the slabs were considered so important in the lore of the world. Of course, to the player, they're just a means to an end. They're how you get the plus 15 weapon, but the lore indicates, of course, that they become legendary because their strength is so peerless at that point. That's fine, we'll just swap positions with you, I guess. Whoa! Ooh. Oh boy. Not ideal. Alright, just stay calm. Stay calm. With the power of lightning! Okay, we're pretty fortunate that the Skeletons from above didn't follow us. I think this would have been a very different tale otherwise. If he's gonna block, let's do the... Oh. I wanted to see this bust a shield. Hey! Hey! We were dueling here! You ungrateful red skull? Well, fine. I was rather enjoying the fight with the axe-wielding, silver, black knight, whatever. Oh, terrible bone wheels. I will admit, with armor so heavily reinforced, the bone wheels, while still scary, lose a lot of their sting. Oh, and if we had taken the fancy way down, we could have talked to Valdrin? Vald something. The, Chaos Smith. We could have also asked him to repair our spear. That's not meant to be, apparently. He's like, here? Yeah. Well, not much to say about Pinwheel. He's super fun from a lore perspective, and then the fight with him is a bit lackluster. It's funny, he's treated so threateningly here, with the hanging skeletons and the skeleton on the altar. But as we all know, he's a bit of a joke. They just really needed to give him more HP. I think that we are over-leveled, so to say, but I don't know. You can come here first thing, and he's still not terribly difficult. So we got a Mask of the Child. Take a quick look at that. One of the 3 masks of the Pinwheel, the necromancer who stole the power of the Gravelord and reigns over the catacombs. This mask, belonging to the naive child, slightly raises stamina recovery speed. We could get the dad mask and become a giant dad. I think that used to be a meme. I also think I am incapable of finding the ladder. It's like hidden in the wall. Tucked away, I believe. Here we go. Now, since we have the Rite of Kindling, which we should read the items description on that. If it's even listed. I would assume it is somewhere. Key item? Here we go. The secret rite allows bonfires to be bolstered further with kindling, so that even more Estus can be collected. Kindling was a sacred rite passed down among clerics, but all undead can imitate the process, in the same manner that they restore their hollowing with humanity. How peculiar that humans had found little use for the humanity until they turned undead. Let's see what the Lord Vessel says. Lord Vessel bestowed upon the chosen undead who is destined to succeed Lord Gwyn. The chosen undead is granted the art of warping between bonfires. To open the final door, place this vessel on the Firelink altar and fill it with powerful souls. So I guess that's why we know that we need to fill it with souls. It just opens, quote, the door. Oh, that's another offline hint. Shortcut ahead. Shortcut to what? Oh, just back the way we came. We don't want to go that way, though. I'd like to find a bonfire, but here's the thing. We do not have a source of light at all. Well, seems we should have gone back, doesn't it? Tomb of the Giants. What a terrible place. Well, if we want those souls and liquid humanity, we're gonna have to trek back there. Hopefully Patches isn't up here. No, he's gone. We try rolling over there. Is that worth it? Yeah, we'll try that when we don't have a bunch of souls to lose. We managed to polish off all the necromancers but one. I think it's the one that spawns these skeletons that we didn't get. So killing them is probably not very useful. Or rather, we would need to use the Estok against them. The bone wheels are back. How nice. Trick is to always look behind you. Make sure they're not sneaking up. And serpentining tends to do pretty good. They are really intent in following us. Well, we might not be able to warp back here very conveniently, but we'll grab our bloodstain and leave. Where to now? Firelink. From there we'll cheaply enhance the bonfire and potentially fight the... Can I kindle one? Oh, right. We should probably also fix our spear. We can do that pretty quickly at Andre, I believe. Andre's got that prime real estate on location as far as warping to. Repair our stuff and sell us that repair box. I think you have it. So that we don't find ourselves in this situation again. Yeah, it is 20,000 souls for the Crest of Artorias. I guess we don't need it though. Don't get yourself killed. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'll be right back. Okay, I guess that was a really quick break. Just needed to check something, and got the positive affirmation. So I guess we don't need the S-Talk anymore. It was kind of fun while it lasted. I liked having a dumb reason to dual wield a spear in one hand and a long thrusting sword in the other. It made no sense. The 30,000 souls probably better spent now rather than being held onto. And we'll have another go at the Four Kings. Is there a way we can finagle this? Finagle? So that we can equip... It's this ring that is really killing us. Losing Havel's ring. We're at 46.8 out of 87.6. So if we just want to meet the halfway point. So we need 43 point something, somewhere around there. It's around 43. So if we can lose 3 pounds, it sounds like a weight, a diet pitch. You just lose 3 pounds. You too can roll with the speed of, I don't know, the gods. Looks like the helmet is the easiest way to get rid of it. So we can, yeah, we can wear the body armor and still not suffer from the fat rolling. We don't have the quick roll, but we weren't getting the quick roll anyway? Or do we actually? 23.9, you multiply that by 4, that's about 90. Yeah. So we weren't going to get the fast roll anyway without Havel's ring. I think this is the way to do it. Might be kind of fun to cosplay as Lautrec as well and go invade people. We'd even just name our character Lautrec. We sent the elevator up to us, so I think we can manage just running to it this time. We just need to remember to send it back up. As long as we can slip by that one ghost that guards it in the hallway. We'll save up our stamina and go. Hey! Okay, so about slipping past that one ghost. Wow! He was not gonna give us an easy time. Nope, we'll send it back up. I never do that roll right. You don't want to roll when they reach you. You want to roll a couple seconds. Well, I say seconds. You need to give them some time, because they don't stab immediately. Oh, hey. We do have the ring equipped, right? Yeah. Time to give this another shot. So we don't really have much. Well, we have a few advantages here. We now have, of course, the more Estus. We also have a little bit more defense. It maybe won't make like a world of difference, but I'm hoping it adds up and that we can outlast these guys. Yeah, fighting one of them really isn't bad. It's just, we only deal 100 damage per swing, 120 if they're in the middle of an animation, and we get the critical damage. It's just, if one of the others ever joins in, that's when we're really in trouble. Never make it out of the way. I should probably run instead of roll. Okay. We managed it that time. If we manage to get rid of, oh no, that was the spin. I knew there was something we needed to do there. I was gonna say, if we can manage to whittle down two of them, I feel like it might be manageable. But are there 5 kings? Like, will they keep spawning, even though it's called the 4 kings? Oh no. Oh yeah. Wait, no, there's just 2. I thought there was... No, there are 3. The 5 Kings! Secret boss. Well, that seems terrible. We're just gonna have to make do. Oh, there's the spin. Oh, he got us. Oh, he's giving us the dark hand, or the what is it called? Life hunt? Or is that something only Priscilla does? I think Priscilla might be the only life hunter. Oh, there's no way we're getting out of the way of that. You're kidding me. All we did was walk. Okay. We desperately need them to... There are 6 kings! There are 6 kings here! This is not okay. Oh no. Okay. How do we handle 6 kings? Doesn't even seem right, man. We're running precariously low on Estus. Well, I wouldn't call it low, but the end of our Estus is in sight. Okay, we might have a bit of a reprieve for a moment. If we see another king pop up, let it be known, there were 7 kings total in this fight. Okay. I know you're trying to float around and be all ominous and stuff, but you're getting in the way of us fighting this one. Oh gosh, I think there are 4. Yep. 7 kings. 7 kings. So it turns out, I'm not gonna feel guilty next time I fight these guys and I just DPS race them down, because they do not fight fair at all. They will keep coming. Seven kings. It's too many. At least we got the large Lord Soul whatever. What is it called? Oh, it's a key item. Probably so you can't eat it. Bequeathed Lord Soul Shard, soul of the 4 kings who fell to the dark. Soul of one of the 4 kings who fell to the dark. A fragment of a Lord Soul discovered at the dawn of the Age of Fire. Lord Gwyn recognized the foresight of these 4 great leaders of New Londo and granted them their ranks and the fragments of a great soul. Although this is not a full Lord Soul, it can still satiate the Lord Vessel. And we get Darkstalker Koth.
Greetings, undead warrior. I am the Primordial Serpent, Darkstalker Koth. I can guide thee truth.
Can you now?
I shall share without sentiment. After the advent of fire, the ancient lords found the three souls, but your progenitor found a fourth, unique soul.
Our progenitor found the dark soul.
Your ancestor claimed the dark soul and waited for fire to subside, and soon the flames did fade, and only dark remained. Thus began the age of men, the age of
So the
dark.
furtive pygmy
However,
grabbed
Lord Gwyn trembled at the dark, clinging to his age of fire.
the dark soul.
Dire fear of humans, and the Dark Lord who would one day be born amongst them. Lord Gwyn resisted the course of nature by sacrificing himself to link the fire and commanding his children to shepherd the humans. Gwyn has blurred your past to prevent the birth of the Dark Lord. I am the Primordial Serpent. I seek to right the wrongs of the past, to discover our true Lord. But the other serpent, Frampt, lost his sense and befriended Lord Gwyn. Undead warrior, we stand at a crossroads. Only I know the truth about your fate. You must destroy the fading Lord Gwyn, who has coddled fire and resisted nature, and become the fourth Lord, so that you may usher in an age of dark.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Very well. I shall now guide you to Gwyn's prison.
I love this. He
Still, entrust
even calls
my flesh to me.
where Gwyn resides a prison. And to his point, Darkstalker Koth is, to my knowledge, really the only character in the game who will reveal this information to you. That doesn't necessarily mean that Darkstalker Koth is a good person or a good being, but
This is Gwyn.
he at the very least isn't going to lie to you.
Place the Lord vessel upon the altar.
Frampt is definitely of the idea that Gwen's actions should be extended by sacrificing the chosen undead to keep the fires burning. Of course, Frampt is none too happy about this. So, what Koth was talking about there, he said that the furtive pygmy becoming the, or the descendant of the furtive pygmy becoming the Dark Lord was prophesied, and Gwyn was afraid of it, which is why he had, as Koth put it, his people shepherd humans in order to sort of control them and prevent the Dark Lord from rising. But as Koth put it, the Dark Sign was almost a force of nature because Gwyn resisted it. It's like a disease that's trying to rectify what needed to happen, and thereby, I mean, arguably you're the Dark Lord, especially if you join Koth and extinguish the flame, but what do you know?
Seek Grave Lord Leto, the Witch of Izalith, and the traitor Seath the Scaleless. Fill this vessel with their souls, then the gate will open, so that you may kill Gwyn.
So,
Are you ready? Then
I have...
let
I have to assume that Gwyn sealed the kiln of the first flame by creating a door that could only be opened by using the souls of his most trusted generals. Seath, Nito. Who's the other one? The Witch of Izalith, which is kind of interesting. And then, of course, one of the four kings, or the four kings.
If you wish, I shall grant the art of life drain.
The art of life drain. Let's do it. He says that it's the legendary art of the Dark Lord.
Cast off the shackles placed upon your brethren.
Cast off the shackles placed upon your brethren. Yeah, Koth really wants the Dark Lord to rise up to power for whatever reason. I don't know. He sees it as the true way of nature or something. But he's really, like, uncaring about who gets hurt along the way. It's why he encouraged humans eons ago or whatever to uncover Manus, tap into the power of the Abyss, to learn the art of life drain, that kind of stuff, which of course ended up causing more problems. Arguably, had this game taken place during the time of Ulasil, this would almost be in reverse, where Darkstalker Koth would be presented as the liar, and Frempt would be the savior. Or perhaps Frempt would be the more trustworthy of the two. Because arguably Koth, whereas Koth is saying Gwyn subverted nature by extending the length of the Age of the Gods, arguably Koth tried to push the Age of Dark into existence before nature had intended it to. So, I don't know. We'll enter a covenant with him, though. Oh, we got two dark hands now. We have one in each hand. Offer humanity. Enter covenant. Warp. We can just warp from here?
Very well.
Oh, no, not that warp. No, why do I always do this? I don't think there's been a single time I've played the game and not selected warp there confusedly. Let's just talk to him.
Undead warrior, to speak now is premature. It begins with your retrieval of the Lord Vessel.
No, he doesn't want to talk.
They failed. Every last one of them. They were strong. But
He's upset because he says they failed him.
I am certain that you will prove
I think he's talking about the residents of New Londo.
they failed.
Ask for covenant item. Oh. You can buy cracked red eye orbs from him, which would be cool if we were able to play online. I'm gonna offer him humanity like a lot of other covenants, like the Fair Lady. I guess we don't really have a ton of extra humanity, so I don't think we really gain anything by offering it to him. Do we want these souls for something else? Probably not. Into stamina it goes. And from here we what? I guess we can go sort of do whatever we want now. Guess we'll go to Lost Izalith. Since that boss fight is terrible, and probably I'm gonna have to do it like 3 or 4 times at least. The bed of chaos has eluded me every single time I play. Oh, let's rest at the bonfire so we can get Kinesis. Why not? Alright. Let's go party. Why can we check the Covenant here? Dark Wraith already belonged to this Covenant. Oh, so you can swap your Covenant at the bonfire? That's interesting. We already defeated Ceaseless Discharge, so we're good to just come down here and clear out the area. We should take Flash Sweat. It's like one of the only times in the game where we'll actually get some use out of it. Kind of. It's not even really that useful, even here. For some reason I'm having trouble navigating the menu. I know we're not going to get to it, but how close are we to being under 25% even with all this armor? Oh, we say 46 times 4, so like very close to 40 times 4 is 160, 6 times 4 is 24, so 184. We would need 184 equipment load, so 50 more, which is not going to happen. We're not putting points into endurance for the equipment load. We're putting it into to get stamina. Oh no. 2 of them. We just wanted to fight the one. I guess they're so big though that they hit really hard. I was gonna say they're so big they get in each other's way and they're not gonna hit us. Oh, Nelly. Oh. Right in the face. Alright, where are we? Is that lava? No. Jeez. Oh, I thought we were dead. Why are they so fast? Hey guys, did you know fighting 2 Taurus demons at the same time is awful? Okay. I think we're good now. One of them is almost dead. Alright. Now we're fine. It's amazing how much more difficult the game is when you fight 2 monsters at a time as opposed to 1. Even if it's a relatively weaker monster, like the Capra Demon with the 2 dogs. Not again. I don't think our Pyromancer. What the? Okay. We are not sticking around for this clown party. There's something amusing about that sight. What are we looking at? So having to force them to go back to their tether is a little anticlimactic, but we got creamed when we were just fighting one of them. Or 2 of them. 3 seems like a bit of a death wish. Oh, I thought we could stun him. Seems 4 hits is the magic number. Computer does not like all this lava. Where are we? I'm so turned around. Hey. We're not even touching the lava. Well, the good news is we got rid of quite a few of those Taurus demons in a short fashion. People complain about the level design down here. It does feel a little bit like they just took the editor and copy and pasted a bunch of Taurus demons and said, there, level design, it's done. But I've always kind of liked it down here. Hell is usually thought of as a place with lots of demons, so seeing lots of these horrible creatures just kind of comes across to me as representative of how terrible this place really is. If we seriously want the items over here, we should probably come back with the ring that makes us immune to lava. Can't believe I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna kindle this bonfire. Because I'm too lazy to go back to the fair lady's place. So what's on the docket down here? We need to fight the Centipede Demon. But before that, we have to fight the Great Fire Demon. Let's see if we can see the Centipede Demon from here. I don't really think so. Very quiet in this part of Lost Izalith. Oh, the tracking. I don't believe we go down there. I could be wrong. It's sort of hard to even parse what we're looking at. We do get to go there, though. Up there's where we came from. I know you can see the Centipede Demon from somewhere. Is it there? Oh, there it is. Yeah. A nice view of the Centipede Demon. Wait, what? Oh. I guess we're being invaded by Kirk. If memory serves, this guy damages you even if you roll. Or if he rolls, he damages you. Oh, we can't go back. Nice. Okay, let's go. We're off to a questionable start. Well, Kirk, you're no match for an insane amount of stamina. Although, had that been a human, I think our number would have been up. What was that? Oh, the beetle. Come on. I can't fight two of you at once. I'm just gonna say that now. I will get murdered. This is what I mean, though. These camper demons really aren't that hard when you have a nice open space to fight them. And your camera isn't constantly being obfuscated. Obfuscated? Covered up by trees. Trying to make some noise. If you make noise, it increases your detection range, or something like that. misjudging the length of our spear. Obfuscate. Oh, I knew he tracked when he grabbed both swords in one hand, or gathers his swords together, but he had pretty decent tracking on the single-handed swing as well. Now we could have just dropped down and took our luck with the bug, but fighting the Capra demons is fun. I love that you really don't look at this if you're just playing through the game normally. But they put that soul of the night there, so you'll come over here and see this. But I don't know about you, but my eyes, everything is so much the same color here that even that Centipede Demon doesn't really stick out if you're not trying to look for it. Nope. Oh, he's quick. Alright, this is our respite before fighting the fire demon. And now we have all the stamina, or at least quite a bit. Good, good. Alright, we gotta watch out and make sure we don't aggro the one on our left. 2, 3, 4. He got us. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're safe. Come on, Chief. Yeah, these guys, I feel like they actually don't fight terribly well in a narrow hallway. It's probably due to their size and lack of any kind of defense. No shield. Their armor isn't particularly high. They have a lot of HP. Oh, I thought we could get the fourth one in. Could have been better. Kind of had our back to the wall there. I think we're just gonna run past you. I don't need to kill him, but he's here, you know? We probably should just leave him alone. There's like 4 more up here. Large flame ember for what? I feel like flame scales with faith. I think flame does scale with something, or maybe it doesn't, and maybe I'm just thinking strictly of chaos. Chaos is interesting since it scales with your liquid humanity, which is just such a kind of unique mechanic that doesn't appear in any of the other Souls games. This concept of liquid humanity. It really was designed in such a way that it hits that theming that you were really supposed to be going to places and plundering humanity from people. Uh-oh. Oh no! Did he pick us up? Or did he just move us? But yeah, since technically humanity gives you stats, it's not damage, but it gives you defensive stats. So, like, arguably, you want as much of it as you can, even though the defensive stats, well, they mean less the more time goes on, of course. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. Wait. What? Why didn't that do any damage? Could he not chew through the armor? We have literally so much defense that each bite dealt... Yeah, let's do this again. Look at this. Oh, now we're taking damage. Wait, why are we taking damage now? I don't know what happened there. I let him grab us that time because I wanted to see what if we actually weren't taking damage, but I'm not really sure. But they almost seem easier to fight from the front. If you go at them from an angle, they don't attack. Unless, does this one just... No, he does attack, yeah. But if you go in from the side, it's like it doesn't trigger their AI. And the spear is just long enough that you can get away with this. Well, now he's attacking. I'm not sure why he was just sitting there that one time. Let's try it with this one. Come in from the side, see if he reacts the same way. Yeah. Well, I think I got a little too close. But coming at them diagonally seems to be the trick. Huh. Anyway. Enough playing around with hell bugs. Looks like we dropped a demon axe up here. This one's a little more troublesome. I don't really have a good way to fight this one. Whoop. Yeah, we're definitely taking damage now. Maybe we did take damage on the other one, and by the time I looked up, the attack just stopped. And so I thought we didn't take damage. You must need a ranged attack to fight that one. Also, there's no real reason to fight that one, I guess. You can just leave it alone. I don't think he guards anything. Soul of a brave warrior. Can we do a plunging attack against this one? This is probably a terrible idea, right? Oh, yes it is. Let's do it again. This time with a little more finesse. Still didn't work. What if we tried fire? What if we got behind him? Is that a bad idea? Like, what if we come up here? Oh, yep. Still a bad idea. Well, let's hoof it back to the bonfire. At least the Capra demons won't come back. At least I don't think they do. Although I'm hearing footsteps above us. Maybe they do come back. Not enough souls. Fine. Herald our passage with flame. Oh, that's the attack I'm worried about. It's hard to predict. He swings the wand and then an explosion appears, and it's difficult to predict exactly where it's going to go. I will say we have one thing in our favor, and hopefully that is not getting smashed on the head. We have one thing in our favor, and that is the Giant's gear has pretty high fire defense. So we're kind of spec'd for this. Kind of. I keep thinking he's gonna... oh boy. I keep thinking he's gonna swing to create the fire. So I'm like, oh, I don't need to dodge the blade. Also, that was a pretty tight humanity use. Kind of surprised we lived. We're not in a great place. Okay, we got out of the corner, that's good. Oh no. Those belly physics. We just let him sit on us. I guess he's not a fire demon, he's a fire sage. And I don't know if there's any significance to the word fire and sage being stuck together. Like, it's not fire space sage, it's fire sage. The Demon Catalyst. I think that's our first catalyst. Well, we might have picked up like a generic sorcerer catalyst somewhere. Demon Catalyst formed from Izalith Molten Rock. Can be used as a fire weapon. The Demon Fire Sage was the first demon, and the last master of the original fire arts before the Witch of Izalith was engulfed by chaos, creating pyromancy. The first demon, but the last master of the original fire arts. So, I guess when the Witches of Izalith discovered the first flame, the Great Demon Sage was the first demon they created? I don't believe there's anything up here except an elevator, I believe. What takes us up to the Pale Lady's place? Yeah. Guess we'll rest here to get a quick 10 Estus. You know, we're not gonna do this. Oh, we can't kill her. Every time I think we should kill her, and then I'm like, well, then we won't have the bonfire. We can kill him, though. It's the leeches! We get egg vermifuge, but otherwise nothing interesting. And I believe even if you kill him and talk to her, she doesn't even realize he's gone. It would be super lazy to jump down there. And take the fall damage. So we'll go this way instead. Okay, so when we inevitably die, we'll rest here. Make sure that we don't have to take that hike again. I believe there are a couple items in this location, or maybe just one. Can't remember how to get it though. Is it just back here? No, I thought you had to drop down somewhere and get it. There it is. So do we go straight into the centipede? Is that what this is? Yeah. If we're lucky, we'll be able to knock off his tail and get the ring early. Quite a horrifying abomination, but he's not too bad. We could find a way to get to his tail. Would be pretty good. Alternatively, we could lure him over here and just kind of attack him as he extends his head. Head, hands. Can we not hit that part of him? I don't know if we're not close enough or if we're just missing. Okay. Well, what do you got? What do you got? Oh, you got that. Yeah, I think we maybe have to go for the legs. Whatever we have to do, we better do it quick. There's the tail. Oh, where are we? Hey, we did it. I love that the tail has its own HP. There's our ring. We'll just go ahead and keep fighting him here. He doesn't seem particularly pleased with us. Whoa. Can't even tilt the camera up high enough to see him. A bit like Ceaseless Discharge. That creature isn't terribly difficult. We're gonna have to lose Havel's ring again. But we learned we can just pitch the helmet and still be pretty good. Now we've got super fire resistance. Doesn't seem to be much over here. I think if you actually sweated this much, you would die from dehydration before you died from being burned by the lava. 40 is the peak on endurance, so we'll swap over to vitality. I don't know if we should go over there. I don't think so. We might go take a look. Curiosity has gripped me. Ah, pointless. And now the beautiful parade of lower halved undead dragons. I like fighting all the Taurus demons. I don't particularly enjoy fighting all these things. Our spirit seems to deal quite a bit of damage to them, though. 178. They're not vulnerable to a spear, are they? Ow. Stamina doesn't really avail us here. Oh! They got us. I don't think I realized our health was so low. Constant damage from the lava kind of catches up with you. One thing I think they fixed in Remastered is it used to be really hard to find where your souls were in the lava. And I believe in Remastered they kind of raised where the souls... Yeah, you can see them now. It's very apparent. That was kind of one of the worst things about Lost Izalith. It's coming down here, dying, and never being able to find your bloodstain. So, it sounds kind of weird, but I think we actually want to engage their left foot. Because they lead a lot of their attacks with their right foot. Yeah, like that. I think that was my mistake when we were fighting. Eee! Also, fun fact, they can damage each other. Like we just saw there. Yeah, they don't really attack with their left foot terribly much. Well, they do, but I feel like the right foot is just more deadly. And I don't know about you, but I feel like they have a propensity to lead with their right. Soul of a great hero. What great hero would be entombed in Lost Izalith? Perhaps it was a witch. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that was fun. Now we're a little stranded. We're a little low on Estus. And by a little low, I mean completely out. A little low. A word which here means... Where is that other shrine? Oh, it's over here. We kind of carved a path. Not so much carved as potentially gave a narrow crack through which we can slip through. Okay. We'll drop down on that guy. There we go. One of the game's most convenient hidden bonfires. Cannot kindle while hollowed, fine. I don't think we need more than 10 Estus. We've got the humanity. We'll just make it 15. Fighting down here kind of stinks anyway. Actually, if we want to clear out all the dragons, we should just boost it up to 20 so we don't have to keep running back here. I was thinking we might make a straight dash to the Bed of Chaos, but I kind of want to fight these dragons. For what reason, I can't understand. Fight. A word which here means get flattened by. Even though fighting them is a bit of a pain, there's something nice about having the entirety of Lost Izalith cleared out. Really close together though. On the plus side, they're damaging each other. We didn't even have to kill that, or fight that other one. Double swing on the tail. I didn't remember they could do that. I believe there's pretty much nothing of great value down here. There are a couple divine blessings at one of the edges of the lava in the direction I believe we're heading now. But it's really is unsatisfactory recompense for making your way through all this. Got a lot of aid from that other one, as far as him damaging the one we were fighting. There's still so many. We might leave it at that. We've got a straight shot to the hollow here. I don't think there's a good reason to clear out the rest. Oh, whoops. Wait. We need to go this way. Funnily enough, all the health in the world won't help us against the bed of chaos. Were we to do Siegmeyer's quest, one of his final quest points is coming up here, actually. But since we didn't, we don't need to worry about it. Kind of weird lighting on that route. I wonder how many of these we can get following us. Can't get these ones to come over. Oh well, looks like we have about 9. If we're not careful, we're gonna die. These crazy things. This might be one of the creepiest, if not the creepiest monster in the game. It's not that weird until you look at the top of it. And it's got the whole Sarlacc monster thing going on. I also love the eyes, how they all blink individually. It's crazy how much detail they gave to this thing. You only find it in a couple places. I've been saying that about a lot of the monsters we've been fighting, but it's just kind of true. There's a lot of monsters in Dark Souls that you really only encounter in like 1 or 2 locations. Here we have a Witch of Izalith. We're not gonna give her a chance to use her spells. Presumably, Quelana would know her. Not this time, Kirk. Well, not really any time, rather. The Witches of Izalith really summoned some weird things. Summoned or created. Pyromancy, Chaos Flame Whip. I think we have Flame Whip. What's the difference? Chaos Flame Whip. Fire Whip. Art of the Flame of Chaos, which engulfed the Witch of Izalith and her daughters. Sweep foes with a Chaos Fire Whip. The Fire Whip was wielded by the eldest of the Daughters of Chaos. What's the... Oh. Chaos Fire Whip costs 2 slots. We'll take a look at that one. I think there's an item we can get if we drop off... Yeah, here. Wait. No, this is a different place. We need to drop off somewhere else. I think this is the path to the Titanite Demon. The only Titanite Demon that respawns. Hey, what? if you go through that archway, you'll fall down. But it's kind of like the only path to a certain section of the game. Path where you do Siegmeyer's quest. We'll do that part in a second. We'll fancy a tango with this guy. I want to say, though, he's the strongest Titanite demon in the game. So, this may be a waste of our time, but we'll see. It's tough to fight this one since you can fall off on either edge. It makes the normal tricks you would use against him not quite as effective. I was banking on the flinch. If we didn't get that flinch, we would have been in a little bit of trouble. For some reason, I got it into my head the first time I played this game that I needed to grind this demon for slabs, because I think that's this demon's significance. I think he might be your only source of repeatable Titanite slabs. Or replenishable, I should say. He's not very fun to fight, though. Or I should say, he's just difficult. Oh, he reset his combo. And we're a little low on stamina. Oh no! Oh! Should have gotten a little more distance. Well, we gave it a shot. I kind of want to fight him or kill him though. No real reason, other than just to say we did it. You know what we can do, though? We can swap back to Havel's ring while we fight him. So wait, without Havel's ring, what's our weight? 46, we need, I just did this math, 46 point what? 0.6 times 2 would be 92. About 93. Oh, wait, we don't need Havel's ring anymore. We roll the same speed regardless. Okay. So what do we do then? Guess we'd be boring and equip the Chloranthy ring. Boost counter of thrust weapons. What do the Leo ring? Boost... Oh, counter attacks. What's a counter attack? One of the special rings granted the 4 Knights of Gwyn, the Leo ring, belonged to Ornstein, the Dragon Slayer. This ring strengthens counters with pierce weapons. Counters. Unfortunately, I don't really know what a counter is. So I guess we won't do that. We'll go with the wolf ring. Increase our poise. Won't get knocked around so much. Oh, this is not the right way. I'm assuming counter means anytime you do an attack against a monster that is a cinematic, so like a parry, backstab, like I assume it when it says counter, it means critical. But because I don't really have any stats to show that, I don't trust ourselves to equip it. Plus, I feel like poise fits more in line with the spirit of this character. This impenetrable wall. It is kind of neat, though, that we don't need Havel's ring anymore. Again, the Chloranthy ring is probably logically the best choice. I'm just trying to stay away from using it. Why? I was like, we had so much time there that I wasted because I was waiting for an attack. So we're not flinching as much when he hits us, but it's actually throwing me off a little bit. It's easier to tell when you get hit if your character bounces backwards. Oh, jeez. So, that was absolutely my fault. But I think the extra poise is actually throwing me off a little bit. Poise in some ways is a double-edged sword. If you have a lot of it, and you get hit by an attack that hits multiple times, sometimes getting knocked to the ground is actually better, because you avoid the follow-up attacks. But we're still gonna stick with it, because I feel like it fits the theming of the character. One other thing you can do is if you give the Pale Lady, I think it's 50 humanity, or it might only be 30. You can get a shortcut, and the shortcut immediately takes you to this Titanite demon. It's a much faster way of engaging it. See, like, we're actually gonna need to back off a little bit to let our stamina regain. Whereas if we had the Chloranthy ring, we wouldn't need to. Same here. But it kind of matches the ebb and flow of needing to back off and grab some Estus. So, assuming we're making mistakes and needing to heal, we can just regain our stamina when we drink Estus. Oh, he followed us. So I think the trick to really dodging him is watching the pole, because he has a lot of variation in when he can actually swing. There's almost like a full 2 seconds variation where he might swing at the beginning of 2 seconds or at the end of 2 seconds after winding up. So in order to truly dodge his sweeps, you have to keep an eye on the pole itself. When it begins to move towards you, that's when you roll. I'm not perfect at it, but it seems to be the only reliable way to do this. Oh, got a lucky flinch. Oh no. Geometry strikes again. That was a little close. It's interesting, you can actually get this pole that he's using as a weapon, and it has that weird sort of grab attack that he had. Or, no, it doesn't have the grab attack. I think it has the jump attack. It has one of his attacks as part of its moveset. Got him. It took us 3 times. Demon Titanite, okay. Wait a minute. I think I remember why I fought this, or farmed that thing with my first character. It's because I used the Demon Great Axe, so I bet I was farming it for Demon Titanite. Because yeah, there's nothing over here, if memory serves correctly. It's just the... oh wait. This is the way we came. There's nothing over here, if memory serves correctly. It's just the exit of the shortcut. And of course some demon Titanite if you wanted it. Oh, right, the little bugs? Oh, well, this is a crystal lizard. You're no match for our spear, lizard. Oh. Oh no. Attack down. Well, I thought he was no match for the spear. Yeah, these things. The Solaire bugs. This is why the only true ending for Solaire is to never finish his quest. Wait, what? Wait. You can open it from this side? No. No, you're kidding me. What? Wait, where are we? Well, where are we? I never come this way. Like, not since the first time I played the game. Because you just can't... I didn't think you could open it unless you gave the Pale Lady 50 humanity or something like that. And yet here we are. Oh, overshot that. Is this gonna let us back into... Wait, where the heck are we? What? Hold up. Okay, I know where we are now, but... What was all that nonsense I was saying about the shortcut that the Pale Lady gives you? I didn't realize this was a shortcut back to the Fire Sage. I am baffled. There must be something I'm missing. I know this is where the shortcut to the Pale Lady leads out from. But where would that be? Am I just crazy? You know, maybe we'll give Quelaag's sister a bunch of humanity just to figure the answer out to that question. Not today, but... Oh, cool. Got a sunlight maggot hat. Use that in the Tomb of the Giants. It's incredibly helpful. Doing a run through with the lantern is certainly doable, but then we lose our two-handedness. Deal less damage with the spear, it's no fun. We need all the help we can get against the skeletons down there anyway, since our pointy spear isn't terribly useful against them. Okay. We can go wrap up the part with the Siegmeyer section here. Of course, Siegmeyer won't be joining us, but at the same time... I don't believe there's anything useful for our particular build. But I'll be the first to admit I don't have all the items that are down here memorized, so I could be wrong. There has to be a way to get down there without jumping into the mouths of the 4 of those things all at once. Swap to the rusted iron ring to make this a little more manageable. I'm definitely gonna take poison damage though. I don't think we wanted to fall there. This is our path out, but we don't want to leave yet. Guess we just have to drop down again. Is there a way to drop through that hole in the ceiling? Or is that just a set piece? Red Titanite slab. Legendary slabs were the domains of the gods. Legendary slabs are the heirlooms of the nameless blacksmith deity. Okay, it's just the same description as the regular slab. I was kind of hoping they would explain why the slabs became different colors. And I guess we could use our imagination and just kind of assume that if the slab is blue, it was exposed to arcane energy over time or something like that. If the slab is red... What? Well, okay then. I guess that's one way to kill them. Not the way I was intending, but I suppose that works. Okay, I want to say that there is one more item we're missing down here. Because I think there's another chest. Well, aside from these, I suppose. So we'll take the Minos approach and put our hand on the right wall and take every right turn. until we either end up going in a circle or we find what we're looking for. Okay, we just went in a circle, so now we put our hand on the left wall, take every left turn. Is there a... There's probably no point to being on those logs. Okay, so we would come all the way around here, keep going left. I really thought there was something else down here. So what do you suppose the whole point of this place was, though? You know, obviously we're in Izalith, but was this an aqueduct that just over time became polluted? It's a little bit like Blighttown in that regard. And there is some, at least, connection with Blighttown and Izalith. Is this where the poisonous muck from Blighttown came from? Did it all drain into these holes? No, that's it. I think, I guess we have it all. Anyway, I suppose it's possible that the bog drained into Blighttown from here, although that doesn't make any sense because Blighttown is above this. So it would make more sense if Blighttown drained into here. Or some such. I suppose we're free to leave. It's gonna haunt me. The idea that we're missing something. Oh well. We'll grab this, and then I think we're ready for the bed of chaos. In fact, at this point, we might as well warp back. Okay, the real Dark Souls begins here. The Bed of Chaos, in some ways, is a dissatisfying boss, because it doesn't play by the normal rules of Dark Souls. It doesn't really have an HP bar, or at least not one that matters so much. You don't fight it in pitched Mortal Kombat. You kind of just find yourself on the receiving end of a lot of various attacks and pitfalls until eventually you find your way through and then claim victory. And at the same time, even though it feels like it's cheating against the rules of normal Dark Souls bosses, At the same time, that's almost what makes it so much of a Dark Souls boss. Of course, Dark Souls has a boss like this that breaks the rules. It's almost more of a puzzle than an actual boss. But at the same time, it still ends up killing me more than it doesn't. Largely because the floor starts to break away. I'm gonna walk because I don't remember where the floor breaks. Okay, apparently it doesn't break until you come in here and break the first ring. And the design on the Bed of Chaos is actually, I think it looks cool. Nothing but a bunch of tree roots, yet somehow they personify it. Give it fiery angel wings. Alright. We just have to keep our cool. Keep our cool. Let's go ahead and equip the poise ring. Maybe that will help us. I'm not sure. Oh jeez. So scary. Okay. Well, we're not dead yet. We're going to be very quickly. I think the trick in a lot of ways is to walk. Since unless you have every breakpoint memorized, chances are you're gonna run off the edge if you don't walk. Wow, we made it. I wasn't expecting that. Alright. Last step, and in a lot of ways the hardest. Oh no. Okay, I think we are gonna run, and we'll hold our defense up as we run. And now we just need to make it into the center. Problem being, of course, is, yeah, that. Oh, that was scary. Wow. So I don't know if it's because I'm recording, and so I was maybe playing a bit more patiently, but I think this is the first time I've ever fought the Bed of Chaos. And, potentially won. Here we go. And won without dying. Yeah, we have our Lord Soul. What's the Lord Soul say? Soul of the Bed of Chaos and the mother of all demons, this Lord Soul was found at the dawn of the Age of Fire. The Witch of Izalith attempted to duplicate the first flame from a soul, but instead created a distorted being of chaos and fire. Its power formed a bed of life, which would become the source of all demons, and is more than enough to satiate the Lord Vessel. I think it's where we're going to call it today. Got quite a bit done, and when we come back, we'll probably do Seath or Nido, and then wrap up the game. Anyway, thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.